Going to pregame. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the BGC Esports Console League Week 2, Game 3. Now, we had a little bit of difficulty with PUBG crashing, but we have some stats from the end of that game. Finch, how was it looking at the end there?
So, we have another very dominant performance from T4 in Game 2. They won Game 1 and they won Game 2 with a 10 kill chicken dinner for Game 2. In second place we had NIJ, Lucky Troop, and I believe they are from Sackit Gaming, so a decent performance from them, currently ranked 10, so doing a great job getting up there in second place with an astounding 12 kills for them. And then in third place in Game 2 was the Dark Horses, the underdogs, my pick of the week, Loot Goblins, the only Victator, getting himself 4 kills in that game.
Amazing. So our Dark Horse is doing very, very well. Now, I just want to bring up a few points that we made at the beginning of last game when we were spectating. We talked about respect. We talked about the mutual respect of teams and players. And how big a factor do you think going into even week 3 is that on just the way the teams interact with each other and maybe the strategies they come in with?
Yeah, so I think as time goes on, as these teams kind of get to know each other a little bit, they're going to be giving perhaps each other a little bit more respect. As teams learn the different kind of drop zones for each other, they should what we should start to find is that they start to kind of avoid each other. There'll probably be a few less early engagements and more action towards the late game.
Okay, right, everyone. We are about to start the third match of the Esports Console League. We're going to head into the map settings here. Here we go. And we're going to see what's up. So, if you could show us here what we're looking at. What route is the plane taking?
So we've got a southeast to northwest. Not very central though across the map. It's going very far kind of over towards the south. So a lot of areas here will be cut off. So Yasnaya, Stauber, Staverny, Prison, Mansion, Lipovka, all those areas in the northeast of the map will be more or less off limits unless there's teams who really like to go there. They could be landing kind of around here, picking up a vehicle and driving up to those areas. What we're looking at here is probably, I dare to say, 4 or 5 teams landing military base, Sosnovka Island,
and that is interesting.
Novo, Milta.
And it's interesting what you're saying about military base. You mentioned it being one of your favorite places to fall into.
Yeah.
Now, is that because of the loot? Is that because that's where a concentration of the loot is?
Yeah, so you'll probably, most of your team will come out with ARs from that, and I'd imagine that you'd probably get level 2 armor. The only thing you might be lacking is kind of scopes and that sort of thing. But I mean, as we just take a look here, there's a whole load of teams landing in Georgia Pole by the looks of things. There's 3 or 4 teams landing on, and this is a real mess here.
Whoa.
We're going to see a lot of action here.
This is so. As we zoom into the fight here, we see Atlantic are under heavy fire. They are surrounding this team here with that looks like Bralik's team.
Nice early shots. So this is Exile against Atlantics, and it looks like they've kind of managed to back off into the different compounds.
But I feel
IG in the background there as well.
I feel like Atlantics are in a little bit of trouble here. There is 4 of Exile and 2 of Atlantics in that building there. It's almost a 4v2 as 2 of their teammates are off on the other side of the village.
Yeah, so this is the problem with these early game engagements. They have not very much loot to go with. So I imagine LMS and Phoenix over there to the left-hand side of the screen are frantically looting, looking for guns, looking for armor so that they can come and help Animal and Alfie Miles out of this very difficult situation that they found themselves in.
Yep. Oh, more pot shots taken. We have Barbarian taking some shots there. He's down to 8% health. He's taking some shots across the building. He's now downed. He's on the floor. 50% health on Atlantic's team there. It looks like Bralik is going to walk over and try and give him a res here.
Alfie Miles doing a great job of turning him round and just putting some hurt down on Barbarian. And you can see here his teammates pushing up around the side.
Now Atlantic is moving in now, taking some pot shots. They're out in the open. He's going to try and find some cover there. He's using the wall to try and find some. He's down. He's knocked down. Alamis is on the floor now. They are going to look and try and finish him off here. They've got some cover on this side of the building, but he's taking some shots. 50% off health on Turtles here.
Yep, so... And I think IG are pushing up onto the back of this fight as well.
IG are hearing the fire and they're coming over.
Yeah, the Animal Ear has got 2 of the Exile team members in his building.
If we could go into the building, we see that 2 people are down, 1 member from each team here. We've got some pot shots, we've got a fight out here, they're using the wall. Bralik is down on the floor. He is crawling toward his teammates to try and get some, res here. Turtle still on 50% health. Barbarian still on 50% health. They're all very low here. It's going to take a couple of headshots to get them down.
So they're kind of looking to spot each other out through these windows. And if he'd have waited a moment longer, he would have seen Gun Havoc there. But while all of this is happening, IG, recognizing that there's 2 squads here that are maybe low on health.
That's Turtles down. Turtles got taken down. He's crawling on the floor at the moment. We also have Bralik crawling on the floor.
If IG can get themselves into a good position here, it could be very messy for Exile and Atlantic.
Now IG,
yeah, here they go.
Here they come in. IG have split up though.
The kills.
We have IG Hibison behind the wall here, trying to get some pots in. It looks like
Exile have done a great job of getting all their team back up. Only lost 1 player at this point, and Gun Havoc managing to get a knockdown onto Pub Jesus.
Oh, very, very good shot there. He's on the floor, he's crawling maybe toward his teammate. He needs to look for him here. They are out in the open trying to give a res, so this could be very, very dangerous. Now, there are 3 teams on top of each other here. It looks like Marine has gone down. And that's Animal out now. Animal was taken out. We have Hibinson was taken out. So these teams are starting to dwindle down here. We'll see if they can get the res up on Hibinson.
And there we have confirmation. Oh, what a great grenade from Bralik there. Killing 1 player and downing another. He's going to push up and try and confirm the kill.
Bralik could get greedy though, try and get that last kill. He could put himself out in the open. We have Alfie taken out here.
Atlantic's going down in 15th place.
Wow.
IG Pub Jesus dead and IG Invert, the last player standing.
Bralik is looking for the kill.
Solid shots and taking out IG.
Ooh.
2 teams down already, and Exile come out on top of this fight, dominant with 3 players still alive.
Bralik showing up very big there. I thought he was going to get greedy and try and walk out in the open and take the kill, but he didn't. He stayed back and waited for his moment.
And we can see over on the other side of the map, some big fights going on between, I believe it's Shitters and Snappin, who are our top 2 teams.
They find each other.
Getting a kill on SVG as well.
Now, it's very good to see. A side note, Roosterdan has wanted a kill for a long time. It's good to see that he's finally on the board.
Yeah, he's going to be really happy. And there he is, confirmation of him confirming that kill. That is a point to the BGC.
They're on the board. So as we swim over here now, we're going to take a look at the map. We've already seen some time. Oh, let's go back to the action here.
Sorry guys, it's just some difficulties getting the camera angled correctly to get us over there.
Now we're going into phase 2 in 3 seconds here. We're going to see where the circle's going to land, and this really will inform. Oh, as we go into summary mode.
Yeah, I'm trying to get over here to the action.
Yep, and the circle will inform us what they're going to do here. Okay, we'll come over to the action.
So it looks
Hayabusa's
like
found it.
Yeah, BGC happy with the kill, and they're going to all escape in 1 vehicle. Now that is a risky move.
It is risky, and I want to talk to you, Finch, about. I've not seen this often. one team in one vehicle. They're normally spread out. Do you think they're doing this out of necessity, that there's only one
Yeah.
vehicle that they could get to, or did they choose
Yeah.
to do this?
I would say that this was a move out of desperation. They probably got the kill on SVG. They're probably thinking we didn't want this kind of early fight, so we're just going to get out of there. And they've taken the vehicle and they've gone. What will be interesting to see is whether they kind of find any more vehicles along the way, and whether they're brave enough to kind of stop and collect those vehicles, or whether they're just going to kind of keep barreling on into the circle.
Okay.
As you can see, we've got the circle up here as well, down to the southwest of the map.
And it looks like Dilly's team there, are right planted in that circle.
Sweaty Esports. So this is the what we were talking about before, about how these teams have kind of favorite looting spots, and this is kind of proving to be the case with Sweaty. We saw them land in Pochinki in game 1. We saw them move out into the hills on the side of Pochinki and try and cut teams off as they rotated into circle number 3, I believe it was.
Yep.
Let's see how they position themselves in this circle, because they could kind of go for the same strats again with this the way the circle's kind of gone for them.
Yeah, and that's interesting to see if, because it worked for them in one game, if they will move that onto the next game and continue using what works for them.
Yeah, so we see Grumps taking a vehicle with Schmilin. It looks like they're going for a reposition. It's going to be really interesting to see where they go. Yeah, so they've gone. They're collecting more vehicles for their team. Yeah, so it looks like they've got a reposition going.
And I think that's the big difference between that team and the BGC. The BGC were content with being in one vehicle, as we're moving over to now, I believe.
BGC look like they could be running into a bit of trouble over here, though. Slim Jimbo, who I believe is from the Shitters, who are the number 1 ranked team prior to this week starting. There we go. BGC kind of coming to their senses and collecting a second vehicle.
It's the age-old tale of stay off the road.
Yeah.
Just stay off the road.
Yeah. But look who has followed them into the circle. SVG hot on their heels, both of them coming down from Novo all the way up to this side of the circle. So it's going to be interesting to see if they continue that fight now that they've repositioned. It looks like BGC might actually be moving further around to the north. I'm not sure where Osprey is heading with Hayabusa here. They're heading towards the edge of the circle. They're possibly looking for the high ground, and we will pretend that we didn't see that Thugota knocking his teammate there with a vehicle.
Yeah. Yikes. That's all I'm going to say about that one. Yikes.
Yeah. So we've got another team approaching this same rotation route here. They're going to be going, it's Gaxi and the guys from Semi Decent. They're going to be going straight past SVG.
And to be honest,
they're going to be taking some shots.
No flame. They have been semi-decent to start with.
Yeah. It's, I think that they're one of these teams that could consistently go just under the radar. They're not winning games. They're not getting a crazy amount of kills, but they're consistently in those placement points.
Yeah.
Which is where they kind of want to be.
And that's what we were talking about pre-show. If being consistent, being in that middle section gets you a higher place, then it's worth it.
Yeah. So they're going to be rolling on past this compound.
And I feel like BGC have come in. BGC have come in with the same. That same sort of feeling of they want to sit tight and wait for the circle to keep closing in more and more, and then they'll make their move in phase, 5 or 6.
Yeah, so they've a lot of teams now. If we just throw it to the map for a moment. Oh, I'm the Broy actually getting knocked, trying to follow that same path and being killed. I'm the Broy from Semi Decent there, going down to SVG.
Yep.
And Nightmare, Thugota, and Blackcraft are going to be going past the same rotation route, taking a bit of damage there, Nightmare. Yep. He's managed to pull away, and he's warned his team. So this is what we were looking for Sweaty to do, but they didn't.
Nope.
He's warned his team, and you see them all moving off the road now.
Yep.
And avoiding that compound. This is good movement from them.
You see them fanning out, but they are going toward the BGC at this point. Nightmares is running past the BGC, but I think the BGC are just going to leave them.
I wonder if Nightmare managed to kind of spot the BGC there, and he's just gone straight past. He's gone, you
It
know
looks.
what, guys?
Yep.
Let's not stop at this compound.
And Rooster Dan, eyes on Thug here.
Gunq following up.
Let's see what he does. Yep, they're just sitting
No.
tight.
Yeah, allowing them past.
Yep.
So this is classic kind of passive play.
Yep.
Oh, Gunq actually stopping though.
Oh, did he notice him?
I think they're possibly just healing up, taking a bit of damage from the blue, a couple of shots maybe from
Right.
SVG and the other guys.
Yep.
Slim Jimbo and Gutierrez on the right hand side of your screen there.
But look at this.
Going over.
Look at Hayabusa. Look where he is in comparison to
Yeah.
the rest of the BGC.
I'm just going to try and get over to this action before we miss it between Team 8 and Loot Goblins in the north of the map. Young Satan and TJM throwing it down with Victator and Teza, the guys from Loot Goblins. The Dark Horses, the underdogs.
Yep.
Let's see if we can follow a bit of this action.
It looks like they're trying to move away from them. They're trying to kite backwards. We'll get into the action in just a second as we're into 1 minute 45 seconds of phase 2 finishing.
So here we see Team 8 have the high ground, and it looks like the Loot Goblins have just chosen to back away from this one.
Yep, they're out
Maybe
there.
feeling that they were kind of on the back foot being down the hill.
Now, we do say the Loot Goblins are the dark horses, right? But as we said at the beginning of the show, the only Victator, the sharpshooter, is on their team. So, you know, they could. I mean, they finished third last game, didn't they? So
Yeah, they had a good game last game. Victator netting himself 4 kills as well, which is going to help him in the competition to win the sports apparel, kindly sponsored by Active.
oh, shots fired on him.
Taking some shots
Taking
from
from the
teammate.
Victor.
He's
You see him here dodging and weaving.
zigzagging.
Yep.
Yep. He's hopefully going to
Oh.
be able to get away from this.
Oh, this is where we can see how good a sharpshooter their team are. But it looks like he's made out of it safely. Yeah, he's still dodging and weaving. Now, Finch, I want to ask you about teams' mental at this point. We're in the third game. Teams have been knocked out early, maybe stayed later game. Your strategies from game 1 to game 3, how do you think they would change?
So as the season progresses, because let's not forget that this is a 4-week season, so there's plenty of opportunity for redemption for these teams who are maybe not performing as well as they could be. I'm just noticing a few shots going out from the Loot Goblins here
Yep.
onto team as they make their rotation.
Yeah, it looks like they're trying to get away.
Away, yeah. So I think teams who are maybe not doing so well at the moment would be kind of not too worried at this point. They're still not even halfway through the season, so plenty of opportunity for them to have some better games later on in the season. We're just going to jump on over here with some action.
Yeah, and I hear what you're saying there, and it's almost like, as we move into the action here, it's almost like because the point system's changed and it's a bit lower, people are closer to each other. There's more room to. It looks like Kraft is down, and he's going to be taken out by Coney here.
Yeah, so this is a big loss for Team Snap-in, losing Blackcraft this early in the game, phase 2, and AK Coney looks to be the last man standing for his squad, so doing a great job there, getting a point and getting away from that fight.
Yep.
Not only that, it looks like he may actually pick himself up a care package here if this comes down near him. Which it is just there at the side of the road.
It
so
is. Yep.
I wonder if he's going to try and get to that, or if he's just going to go for the compound.
I
and
think
go for
he's.
the
I
placement.
think he's going straight toward it.
Should
And
we have a little look down here and see whether he gets any tasty loot?
yeah, because with a chicken dinner, you always need a side salad. There he
Well,
is.
it looks like he's got himself an AUG and a AWM. Is that as well?
What does that? What does that tell you then about what sort of style he's going to want to take now?
Well, he's wearing a ghillie suit, so he's going to be bushwooking as much as he can. He's just going to be sat in a bush, going for placement. But it looks like semi-decent, versatile, and Gaxi have pushed up onto Team Snap-in. This is a 3v3. Both teams having lost a player early on. It's going to be interesting to see how they play this.
Now here we go with Team Snapping, putting some shots down on them. We've had a first person of Nightmares last game, so we can see that they're capable. We know that his sniper accuracy isn't the best though, but he is taking shots. Versatile's getting hit now as he's trying to move away in the vehicle. The other two of his teammates trying to give him cover so he can get away. This is a dangerous position, I think, for Semi-Decent.
So the circle has just moved, and both of these teams will be in. BGC over here, though, look like they're about to be gatecrashed by the Loot Goblins.
Do you know what? The BGC, they've sat in that building for, what, 10 minutes now?
Yeah.
They're keeping it...
And they're doing a good job at the moment, but Loot Goblins are coming up behind them.
Ooh, Gun Q taken out. But I think he's in a position to get a res. We'll head back to that later. We're going to head over to the BGC now and see how they can move away. It looks
Let's see whether they recognize this pressure from the Loot Goblins.
Right, this is the Loot Goblins against BGC right now. Loot Goblins are coming down the hill onto the main road as the BGC are sitting in this village waiting for something to happen. They're taking some pot shots.
Rooster has jumped in the vehicle and he's like, get out of here, let's go now, get to your cars.
Okay, 2 cars.
Osprey's bringing the other vehicle over.
Hydrobusa's walking.
Yeah.
Oh, here they go. They're going 2v2.
Yeah. So, yeah, I
Will
think
they get out in time?
This. It's going to be a close call for Hayabusa and Osprey, although with the buildings in between them, it looks like they should do. Loot Goblins pushing up the back here. Not again without the vehicle for the Loot Goblins. They've been doing a lot of running this week.
Yeah. They're building up stamina, I think.
Let's get back over to the other side of the map where I can see there's 3 or 4 teams.
Oh, the BGC.
Collecting on that side.
BGC are going through a deal fight now.
That's from SVG.
It looks like Team Snapping. Team Snapping and
straight into another team.
Yep, Team Snapping and Semi-Decent are at it still. It looks like Thug got hit.
Yeah, it was a grenade, I think, that downed him. Oh, just get out of that tree.
Thug's down as Gonku's trying to go over to him to get him a res. Versatile and Gaxi on the outside. Yep.
Chucking grenades through those windows. Are any of them going to connect? No, that was a close one though.
Looks like Nightmares is sitting tight, trying to wait for everything to pass, trying to see if he can sneak out the window and find a kill. They've got him up though.
They've got the res on Thug Otter here, and it's now back to the 3v3.
They're almost wasting their grenades.
2 of the BGC going down, Osprey and Hayabusa, not making it into the circle.
And they were in their own vehicle, so we could see who's the best driver. Right, so it looks like they're scattering from this fight.
Yeah, they're backing away from it. I think maybe it could be any number of reasons.
Oh, Versatile took a hit. He's on 50% health.
Nice shot there from one of Team Snapping.
I believe that was Nightmares. Gaxi on 80%. Oh, we have another team coming upon them though. Versatile taking some shot. Versatile on 10% health. Versatile down. We've got Gaxi here. He's on 50%. He's down 2. And that's 2 of Semi-Decent going down. And
this leaves Boza as the only player standing for Semi-Decent.
I think
he's going to be running for the hills at this point.
Absolutely.
He's going for placement.
Yep, he is out of there.
Sweaty Esports doing a great job there.
So
claiming those kills.
Dilly and the squad sticking together. It looks like he's off on his own though.
They're going to run straight into Exile.
Brolic's taking some shots, but so is Schmillin's down. He took some shots and he's out. Will they go over and finish the kill?
Bralik with a Kar 98 just turned round and said no to Schmillin, putting him down on his bum. Dilly is going to disengage from this one.
He's disengaging as grenades are going out and Schmillin's trying to take him down. Yeah. Schmillin is sitting on the red bar at 20% health. Maybe he'll get to safety.
I think he's as good as dead at this point. They're not. His team are not interested in coming to res him.
Oh no!
He's screaming for help, and they're just ignoring him.
Dilly's looking though. Oh, he's out. He's down.
He's out. Yeah, another kill for Bralik there. A good game so far for Exile. Let's see whether they can get those placement points to top up their kill points.
Yep. So Bralik's really got a lot of points for them, and as we move into phase 4, the circle's closing in. Look at that circle. We have 38 alive still, and they're all going to start falling on top of each other. Rooster Dan and his teammate in the middle of the circle there, trying to sit tight, wait for the next round, I believe. We have Dilly on.
Sweaty taking some shots from the shitters on top of the hill there.
Yep.
They're going to be going up for the south side of this circle. Maybe go for a long rotation. Bralik still going to town. Exile having an excellent game. That's a long-range Kar 98 shot going out onto Raxman from T4, who, let's not forget, have won the first 2 games. So that's some great work from Bralik there. And he confirms the kill as well.
Oh.
Bralik is on 5 kills so far this game.
Wow, but he's on a rampage. And this is really highlighting good individual play as well. Yes, you can play well as a team, but if you have that individual that's doing well, you're going to do well.
Yeah, and not only that, but Exile are also going to collect this care package for themselves, which is only going to make them stronger at this point. There's a bit of a fight going on over here between Team 8 and the 2 remaining players from Shitters. Let's see who comes out on top of this one.
Now, I think it's interesting to remember that the Exile are a new team. Oh, we hear... Oh, BTR going down.
That grenade, though, from Young Satan doing a lot of damage to Gutierrez. That might be enough for Young Satan to back away from this fight.
Yeah, I think he's out.
Is there an angle there? I'm not sure. Yeah, he's managed to get away from this. Nightmare and Yor going to town on each other. I'm not entirely sure.
Oh, it looks like Thugart is down. Nightmare's down.
And that is actually Team Snapping eliminated way outside the points.
Yor is going on a rampage.
SVG going down as well to Yor. And T4 pushing up on the boys from BGC. This is not good news for them.
Not good news, but BGC sitting in the building. They're being surrounded though by T4. T4, I think, know they're there. BGC are going to sit tight for as long as they can until they have to fight.
Let's jump into this building and see if we can catch some of this action as it goes down. Goose going down.
They're 2 on the 2nd level. They're going up the stairs to try and find Rooster down. They're throwing up grenades.
He's going to get the grenade up here, and Goose should be dead.
Oh no!
Grenade just narrowly missing him.
He's trying to get himself Rooster down. Sitting on the outside of the building.
A sneaky spot out on the roof, and they've managed to push up and claim that kill.
I think he's going to be safe. I think he's going to be safe outside there. If he can sit tight, stay still, Rooster. Stay still. Stay still.
Are they going to spot him? They've heard him. They know there's someone there, but they can't find him.
Yep.
Young Satan going down to the Shitters, eventually not managing to get away from that fight.
Right, Rooster down at this point, I think needs to get back. Oh, he's gone prone. He needs to stay still.
Yeah, he's just on the edge of this next circle. If anyone comes down here, they will spot him.
If only someone could tell him that he can get back up now. It's okay.
T4 have come into this building and made it their own.
Now, Rooster down with some sneaky plays here.
Yeah,
I'm
impressed that he's managed to get himself out into this spot.
This is 100% passive. This is the most passive I've ever seen. They're firing into rooms, trying to find him.
Placement points. He's making a run for it.
He fell down. What's he going to do? He's running to the next building. Very smart play.
Getting away from T4.
Very smart play by Rooster.
They might have heard this, and they might now decide, you know what? Let's take this kill as well.
To be honest, if they heard someone falling, they may have thought he just ran away. The Rooster done quite smart here. Hopefully that's not Rooster firing. There seems to be shots fired from somewhere. Oh. That's SF going down.
Yeah, the Shitters getting themselves another kill. Let's leave this engagement for now and come over here as we see Bralik claiming another kill.
Wow.
And wiping another squad, meaning there is now only 8 teams left. The next team to go down will be very disappointed that they narrowly miss out on the points. Exile having an excellent game.
Absolutely, and especially for their first week in the league, they're going to be climbing up the leaderboards. Now, as we zoom over the BGC here in T4, Rooster looks quite safer now, but we're going to head into this conflict. Yeah, Rooster's fine there. We're going to head into the conflict now. We have Hexer down, and the circle is coming in. We have the outsiders, the underdogs, the dark horses. They are going to see themselves in the blue here. A sitting bull going down, so they've got 3 members left.
Sitting bull going down to Mr. Grumps, who is... I'm not even sure
to the left,
where
to the
he
left.
is.
I think he's just behind you there. Right, they found a vehicle, but he's going straight through them. He's trying to run them over. Victor's trying to run them over. Can he take one out? No, he missed. He
Just
completely missed. Oh.
And he goes down.
Tezza's down.
Meanwhile, Tezza goes down. Evo Resin, is he going to confirm this kill?
Oh,
No, he's not going to. They drop out in 8th place, and AKA Coney goes down to the blue a split second later, but he gets the 2 points for his team.
Ooh.
TJM up on the hill looking back down onto this team.
See, that's why it's good to have a nice place. Oh, that's Bralik again with another kill. This guy is...
And that's a nice Car 98 headshot.
This
and he
guy
confirms
is on
it.
fire.
Rooster down could be about to go
Rooster
down.
Come and get it. No. Is he sitting tight? Okay, he's found him. Now there's some shots fired. Rooster Dan's being fired at inside the building. He's sitting tight for as long as he can. T4 is looking to go in. He's against Rooster Dan. What can he do here? Rooster Dan's got him down to 50% health. Rooster Dan's still on 100%. Now he's down to 50. Rooster Dan's going down. Oh, he's got him. He's got him. He needs to take him out and then leave. Take the kill. Take the kill, Rooster. Get out. Get out.
Confirms the kill with a shotgun of all things.
There's more fire now.
Then gets killed by Attractions. The instant revenge. Rooster Dan getting 2 kills, I believe, for his team and going down in 5th position. TJM going down to Sweaty. Sweaty pulling out some great shots here. Wiping out another squad. Let's see what's going on over here. Let's jump into some first-person action.
Excellent. So we're heading into Jack here to see what he's up to.
This is a difficult rotation for him.
Now we've got 25 seconds left to phase 6. We're going to head into phase 7. The circle's going to get very, very small here and very tight. People are out in the open. There's a lot of gunfire going on now. We've got T4 Attractions. Just took out Rooster Dan. He's now looking to see if he can find him on the hill there.
Zabiak is running straight into T4.
He is running straight into T4. Zabiak's teammate's down. Completely out now. He's on his own. He's put his gun away.
Havoc and Exile still
He's taken down. He's down 20% health, 10% health. He's still running. Bralik with another kill. Unbelievable.
M249 as well. Let's jump in with Bralik here with his Car 98. He's spotted T4 out. They're fighting uphill towards his teammates.
Bralik, it seems...
Can't quite land the shot.
No, he seems very safe where he is at the moment. Trying to shoot through a fence. Don't think it's working. You get shots fired down there. He's trying to... Oh, he's took a hit there.
A couple of shots.
Yep. You saw that 19
Sweaty
damage fly off.
Meanwhile, are happy to let this happen.
There we go. Bralik taking a hit. He's down to 60% health. He's reloading. Healing up. He has 3 teammates left. So...
Yeah, so it's a 3v2v1 at this point, is it? Dilly alive on his own at the side of the circle there.
Fast maths.
Now, if Dilly can just kind of tuck into the circle a little bit, he will be okay. Obviously, he doesn't know that at this point. Barbarian and the boys from Exile are pushing over to Bralik. They're getting into the circle ahead of T4, which could be lethal for T4. Bearing in mind, T4 have won the first 2 rounds, and they're guaranteed at least 3rd position in this round.
Yep.
I've just seen Exile, though, Bralik, their team is on 14 kills
14 kills. Now, remember, from my points into 14 kills is 14 points. The winner of a round is 20 points. So you can see how that really makes a difference when you get those kills.
Yeah, and this has been an impressive game from Exile. Let's see
Bralik,
if they can close it out.
Bralik's walking over to Dilly here. I don't think they see him. Now there's some fire down on his teammate. Dilly's taking some fire. And T4 took out Gun Havoc. There's some fire down.
Bralik's spotted them both out though. He's going to knock Attractions, is he? No, he can't quite get the knock. He should do now though. There you go, there's the knock. And Tequila.
He's taken down. Can he get another kill for the team?
Sat in the smoke. Meanwhile, Dilly is just
out.
One with the bush.
And
he's heard him. Finishes him off. 15 kills.
He's trying to get him.
And is he gonna?
He's behind the tree.
Can he finish him? Can they get the chicken?
Can he do it? Oh, so close.
Absolutely monster. 11 kill game. That will rocket him up the leaderboards.
Exile have
what a game for Exile. That was impressive.
Thank you all. This is the BDC Esports Console League. That was game 3. We're about to hit you with game